Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I'm here today with a new Junk Journal January video, and this is for day 28, which is sealed. Okay, so if you would like to use the free printables that I released for this project, you can grab those in the link in the description below. Just sign up and I will send them all to you all 5 weeks. So here we go with sealed. I'm gonna actually put that up here. Okay, so here we go with sealed. So I'm gonna go probably like everybody or a lot of people with envelopes. I went ahead and pre-folded all of my envelopes. So I'm just gonna put them together here. So just in case anybody has any questions about how they go together or how to put them together, they will all be answered now. Okay, so I'm also going to do a wax seal. So I'm going to turn this on and we'll let the wax melt while we do the envelopes. So I'm going to put 4 of these hexagons in there. There we go. I'm going to use white. I hope it's going to be like somewhat interesting, because I tested like a bronze and a gold prior to this, so it could have hints of bronze and gold in it as well. Okay, so let's do these envelopes really quickly. I'm going to start with this one. Okay, so for this one, you want to put the tape on this side. This is a pretty common envelope for my kits. So if you've had one of those, you've probably seen this before. If you put it on this side, it just helps you not over glue or over tape where there's no adhesive, since this thing, it doesn't go all the way to the top. And all it takes is a little bit of adhesive and you're in business with this one. So I'll take this off and then I'll have this assembled. Then we can just quickly do the coin envelopes. I'm going to use the coin envelopes. I'll show you how I'm going to lay them out in a second. I just want to get my wax seal going in the beginning so that would be taken care of and could set while we did the rest of the stuff. Okay. So, all right. So this is the coin envelope 1, and this is 2, or the other way around. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to just put this one together really quickly. This one I prefer to do with glue. So I'm just going to grab my glue, sorry. And then, okay, so this one, if these just overlap, and then this folds up, okay? So I'm just going to get the glue going here, and then we'll just do like a little bit of glue here. You don't want to do too much glue because you don't want it to seep inside. There we go. We got that one. Okay, so let's just run some glue around the edges here. Just don't go too close to the seam here so that you don't get any glue in this area. This is actually, I'm going to use my envelopes backwards in the book. So I'm going to put 2 here and the big one down at the bottom. I hope that you guys, okay. What I'm also going to do with these is that I printed out a second set of these. And I already like inked them and ripped them a little bit and curled this corner. So what I wanted to do is I wanted the image to be there, but because of the I wanted to use them backwards. I suppose like I had to do it like this. So I'm gonna put this down first and then this on top of it, so that like kind of camouflages the back of this, and like I get a decoration on it after all. So just because of, you know, the way I want to use these more like pockets with flaps than actual envelopes. So, okay, so there's that. And I gotta check because I will glue the wrong one on or glue it upside down. I'm very talented at that. Okay. And here we go with that. I may have to trim a little bit. I wanted the little teeny, there's like a little teeny bit of text that peeks through. So here, okay, so let's do this green one really quickly. We're gonna do this little flap first, and then just a teeny bit of glue on there. I don't need to put a ton because I'm gluing stuff over it too, but I find that the you know, I prefer glue on these ones because it's easier than trying to tape these shut, because the margins are a little smaller on here as opposed to the, like, bigger envelopes. Okay, so let's put down my second one here. Glue all over the place. I might have to like check my edges. I did not do a very good job inking this. Be a little bit darker. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna glue this guy on top. Just get that on there. Okay, so now I've like basically just duplicated my envelopes, which is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and glue these sides to the actual page. Okay. And on this one, I'm gonna glue the back to the page as well, but I'm going to just decorate this instead of covering it up. The nice thing about this one is like it's smooth. It's got a smooth surface on both sides. So, okay, I'm gonna set these guys aside for just a second, and we're gonna do our wax seal. Now, I want to use this wax seal as my closure for my envelope, but I don't want to like seal it closed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a magnet on here, and then I'm going to pour the wax on top of the magnet and like form the magnet into the wax seal. Now this, in order to do this like so it's durable, we're going to have to take the magnet out and then actually put a little glue behind it, because eventually the magnet will get pulled out because of the, you know, just it's going to be pulled against so just to be safe and make sure it stays where it's supposed to stay, I'm gonna pull it out and glue it. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna get a nice one. Okay, hopefully I'm not too close on that edge. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this set. That is, the wax seal actually has my initials on it. My daughter got it for me for Christmas a few years ago, so I figured this would be a good one. It has a little key on it, so I thought that would be really cute for this spread. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start out by putting my envelopes actually directly on this page. I'm not gonna do anything to the background, which this has to be a first for me, because I think I've done something to the background of every other page in the book. But I thought, you know what? I want to use like what's already there today. So I'm going to grab my tape and use tape to put that on there so that there is no moisture on the back of this, so that none leaks onto the page we did yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. I'm debating if I should leave the back open so that it also can be a little hidden pocket. I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. I'm also gonna need to put a magnet inside this envelope so that my wax seal has something to adhere to. So I'm going to put the wax seal here, I'll put a magnet behind here, and then the magnet on the wax seal will meet up with that one and hold this whole thing closed. Okay, so okay, there's that one. Let's do these two as well. Oh, it's so funny because it's like hard to tell the difference. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put these down for sure, with no pocket behind them. And then I can check my seal in a second there and see how that's doing, and then I can get the whole magnet situation settled, and I'll just put the seal on probably at the end though, so that I don't do anything to it, because you never know. I love getting ink on random things, so. Oops, this one does not want to come up. Okay, there's that one. And I'm gonna pull this off at the same time. Let's take a look at the layout we have here. This is a tight fit, I will admit, but it'll work. I already like tested it out. Okay, so I want to do that, and then we'll just go ahead and put these in. I had to do a slight bit of doctoring to get that to straighten out, but it just was a little, you know, getting the tweezers under the glue. And then I'm gonna put this probably pretty close to this because I don't want it too close to the spine. Hopefully those are pretty even. All right, now I'm gonna check my magnet situation over here. Okay, so here's this. Let's see if this is. There we go. I might maybe put a little bit of gold on this. The gold wax was just way too much, but I think it might be okay if I put a little color on it. But I'll do that last, I think. All right, so I'm gonna take this off of the little silicone mat. And my magnet's in the back there. So let's see, I need to get another magnet. All right, I need to figure out. Okay, so this needs to go on this way. got that magnet out, I'm just gonna put like a dot of glue in there. For this. And then put that guy back in there. Fine. Okay. All right, that's just gonna pull that right on there. That's where the magnet went. I knew it was stuck to something. I had the same problem earlier when I was doing this. Like, it just kept sticking to everything. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, our little magnet is on there. Oops. All right, and okay, so I'm gonna put that aside temporarily, and then I'm gonna put my envelope on the page. Okay. Put this over here, and then we're gonna just kind of do the same thing here. I'm gonna put that pretty close to the bottom. Okay. And then all I need to do is get an eraser to erase the pencil lines that I put on there. Okay. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so we got that now. All right, so now let's look at what we want to put into the envelopes. What did I do with, oh, there's my lid. Okay, I'm gonna make sure oh, this is not the flat lid, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna hang that up. Okay, so I've got some bits and pieces here. I would like to use probably like this journaling card because I think it matches with what's up there. So I have a bunch of stuff to use with it. So I'll make a little like journaling card to go on the front of this one, and then we'll make one like to go inside of it as well. And just have to just pick which ones I want where. I printed a bunch of different stuff from the kit so that I would have a few things to choose from. I printed some of these like little backgrounds because I thought those might be handy to put inside, and I could always cut them down if I wanted to. And then I made some, I didn't make them yet, but I cut some craft cardstock down so that it would be the right size for tags for these. Okay. I'm just gonna run some ink around these so I have these at the ready. This one actually seems like it might be a little bit too big, but we'll see. Okay. I move that out of the way. Make sure that's cooling down. It is. Okay. Oh, I also got the letter to put in there as well. wonder if I could tie this with some ribbon. I should probably, I don't know if I should do something to the back of this because I didn't print on the back of it. Because I accidentally printed it on copy paper, and that, which is good actually, because I think it's good for this letter, but I don't always like to print on both sides because sometimes it's too much for the paper. Okay, so wait a second, let me think here. Okay, so for the back of this, I could just back it with something, I guess. Let me see, I have something that's, if this craft paper is like a good size, we're gonna use that. This is pretty thick paper. And then, you know what I think we might do actually? Okay, let me, you know what? Instead of using this heavy craft paper, I have this like packing paper. I'm just gonna cut a chunk of that out. And I was gonna actually, sometimes I was gonna spread this whole thing out on my desk and stamp the whole thing just to see, just for fun, you know, just to see like what kind of ephemera I could make out of it. So I just thought it would be really fun to do, just to go wild, you know, like, because I wouldn't have any like particular purpose, so I could just use all my stamps. All right, let's go ahead and glue stick this one. I got the super sticky glue out. This one is extremely sticky. I'm just going to run this down the edge here. And down the edge here. And then I'll just put this right up against the edge. And then hopefully being glued to the back of this will flatten it out just a tiny bit. I can do this. I think what I'm gonna do is turn this back on. And I might drop some, let me see, what color wax do we have here? I put the other one aside already. I have red here. And I have bronze. I think let's do the red, even though because it's going to be in the envelope, so it should be fine. And I'll use a different, I'm going to use my dragon wax seal for that one. Okay, that's 3. The dragon wax seal needs 5. Okay. I'll put that temporarily aside, and I'm just going to finish cutting this out. I'll probably have to round the corners. And okay, so I'll just get that out of the way. And, oh goody, here's the corner rounder. Okay, used to this one. I don't think it likes it doesn't like the paper. Okay, so this one we're doing by hand. It's probably not really going to matter because I'm going to fold this up. But it'll just be a little fun piece of ephemera to have in the journal itself. Let's fold it so it goes like should be fine. Okay, so I'm gonna fold this over. And, okay, so we'll, oh, did I turn that on? Yeah, I did. Okay. While that melts, let's decorate this. I'm gonna grab some ribbon for it. Okay, here's some ribbon, and I found a sentiment here. This says, "We are such stuff as dreams are made on." And I think I'm gonna grab this too off of here, and maybe imagination. Okay, let's see what we can do on here really quickly, because I think my wax is melted while I was looking for stamps. Okay, so I think what we'll do is put this, I wonder if it's just too big. Okay, this is the French Garden one. This one's a little bit smaller, so I think that we can use that one. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay. I should not change course right in the middle of something. Okay, so I've got this, and I'm just going to put archival on it. In vintage photo. I'm just going to put that right here. Okay, and then I have this "We are such stuff as dreams are made of." I think I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on something else, and then we'll put that on there. I'm gonna kind of put it down low so that I can take advantage. These pages are naturally already yellowed, so I want to take advantage of that. There we go, we have that. Okay, and then let's just do just a tiny bit of like background stamping here just for this. All right, so we have that. Now let's get this here. We'll just rip this out of here. I'm thinking about adding a ticket. I put all my other tickets away, I think, just because I was like, oh, you're not going to need those. Of course, I totally want them now. Okay. I'm going to put this across the bottom here. What I really want is a flower for, like a actual flower for up there. If anybody knows, like, okay, so flower stickers, they don't look right. But dried flowers are a nightmare. If anybody has any like leads on like decent flower stickers, please let me know so I can get some, because I would love to have like a little flower right here, but like they just all look so terribly, just terrible. Like there's nothing else I can say about that. Okay, so these aren't exactly like lined up even because the paper itself is not even. Okay, so I can still always add the flower. What I want to do right now is wrap the ribbon around here a couple of times. Is that too many times? Maybe. Should I have wrapped it around this way? No, I have to wrap it around that way because of the flap. Okay, so I think that's too many times. Let's go ahead and figure this out. Yeah. Okay, so the question is, do I want the ribbon to lay flat or do you want it to look like somebody did it in a rush? Like for me, like I want it to lay flat, I think. Okay, there we go. Okay. So here's hoping I don't mess this up since I'm going to do it like right on here. Okay. All right, so I have, that's my dragon one. All right, let's make sure I put it on the right way too, although I don't know if that matters. I don't know if people worried about that in the old times. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting because I have a little bit of white wax in here. Okay, it's a little bit harder to keep it round. But any which way you cut it, hopefully it will look cool. There we go. I probably should have pulled that ribbon down, huh? Well, I'll just trim it afterwards. Okay, so let's let that set and we will get started on doing some stuff for the rest of this. Otherwise, I will literally be here all night. Okay. so this has been day 28, which is sealed, and we made ourselves some cute little envelopes with little tags in them, which we need to have our little pulls things to get out. And then we have this one down here, and we got our little thing here, seal there, this here, and our little seal here. So we got a lot of sealing going on in this particular day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys had fun working on your own spreads. I hope that you will also like this video, as well as hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I definitely am going to do a couple of, you know, little weekly things going forward, because you know, every day is a lot, but I think we could do it like a couple of times a week, and that would work in everybody's schedule, and we'd all have a little extra fun. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and tomorrow's prompt is revealed. Thanks for joining me.